Greetings, everyone. This is Mark T. May, and welcome to Kickstart Your Life. I'm excited about the broadcast that we have prepared for you today. But before we get into that, I want you to invite your friends and family to like and follow Kickstart Your Life. Subscribe, download, share. Help us begin to build this audience. We really appreciate it. Well, listen, today our subject matter is going to be the power of being prepared. The power of being prepared. For those of you that do not know, I am the creator of the 21 Power Steps to a Better Me, to kickstart your life. And I want to talk about this power step today. I was reading an article, going across some comments that I've seen on social media. And this thought came to me today about the power of being prepared. And as we get ready to get into that, let me do this. I always like to use definitions. I love to understand words. So when we get into this, power means the ability or capacity to do something. It's the ability or the capacity to do something. And when we talk about being prepared, it means made ready for use. It also means to make ready beforehand for some purpose. And so as we examine this today, I kind of want to rewind a little bit. And one of our first power steps is the power of choice. One of the other power steps is the power of change. And I'm going to get back to that in just a moment. I was looking at this article. There is a major technology company that's opening a hub in our region. And as I began to look at the article and look at the comments on social media, I saw people saying, hey, the city is full. We don't need any more people coming into this city. Well, one of the power steps I just mentioned was the power of change. We have to be willing to change. We have to be fluid. We have to go with the flow. When you're dealing with your own personal growth, you need to sometimes be fluid and have the ability to make the necessary changes when change happens. Now, some of the other things that I begin to see, people were posting, well, we have like 1,000 or 1,000 plus jobs coming in. They're only going to give jobs to this group of people or that segment of people or this type of people or people from here or people from over there. And then I begin to think about power step number 1, the power of choice. To understand that I am, you are, a direct result of the choices that you have made in your life. It doesn't matter how old you are. The choices that you make in your life is going to shape who you are. Whether you're very successful, whether you're seeking to do other things in life, whether you're happy with your life, come on, whether you're upset about the way your life is going, we are the direct result of the choices that we make in life. And so as I looked at all these different comments, which some of them were negative, But if you want, I start thinking, if you want opportunity, you have to be prepared for when the opportunity comes. The power of being prepared, the ability to do something, the ability or capacity to do something. So we have to have the qualifications to get the jobs that are coming. Okay, now here it is. You have 1,000+ jobs. All of them are not all top level positions. But there are entry level positions as well. If you don't want to be at an entry level, you have to prepare yourself so that you are not at an entry level. In other words, I put it like this. You have to train to reign. You have to train to reign. REIGN. And when you think about reign, it's usually used in the terms of a monarchy system where you're up under a king or a queen and they have rule over you when it talks about reign. But what I'm speaking of today, when I say train to reign, I'm telling you to get rule over your own life. When you train to reign, you're positioning yourself to have rule over your life. In this particular example, if you're concerned about someone else coming in and getting certain jobs, then that means you need to prepare yourself. You need to train yourself to have rule over. Come on, have the power, the ability to make yourself ready for the purpose of being employed by this major technology company. Now, I've heard experts say that you should attend community colleges or specialized technology schools to reduce the expenditure of a college education. We all know that students are getting in thousands and thousands of dollars of debt to educate themselves. One article I recently read said that there were people who would take them over 20 years to pay back their student loans. Over 20 years to pay back their student loans. So think about that if you're one of these people. How old would you be when you paid off your student loans? How old would you be? And so to reduce the economical impact in your life, experts are saying attend community colleges. Get specialized training. When I talk about being trained to reign, now the question comes, are you willing to train to reign? Are you willing to do what it is that you need to do so that you can have power over your life? Come on, that you have the power to kickstart your own life. You're not depending on someone else. You're not depending on a connection. You're not depending on a friend. You're not complaining about someone moving into your city, your community, taking jobs that you think should go to someone else. But if you prepare yourself, if you train to reign, if you make yourself ready, then you can be the one of the thousands of people that this major technology company is hiring. Now, that's one example. This is replicated across the country. This is replicated around the world. If you're not satisfied with what's going on in your life, you have the ability, you have the power to prepare yourself so when opportunity comes knocking, you can open that door and you can walk in that door and you can meet opportunity head on. Come on now. You can meet opportunity head on. And so if you know that this is a technology company, there are courses that you could take in coding, computer technology, software design. These types of things are taught at community college level. These types of things are taught in specialized training schools. So if you are going to be prepared, come on, you have to take the steps to prepare yourself. We can't blame anyone for the choices that we have made in our lives that has brought us to this particular point. We all have the ability to shift. We all have the ability to shift if we're willing. I alluded to the power of change earlier. You have to be willing to make the changes. You have to be willing to make the adjustments in your life if you're not happy with the way things are going. It's your responsibility, come on, to make the necessary adjustment. Well, I hope you have enjoyed today's broadcast of Kickstart Your Life. Again, I'm your host, Mark T. May, and I want to encourage you to download, to follow, to subscribe to our podcast. Tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell a family member about Kickstart Your Life. I want you to also understand that you are never too young or too old to kickstart your life. Peace.